Hey guys, welcome back to the Mouth Breathers podcast. I'm your host Xavier, and joining me to my right is...
I'm your host Connor.
Wait, I'm on the other side of the table. I'm not to the right or left.
On the other side is...
On the other side of the table.
Morgan Mullis.
There he is.
There he is.
And this episode, we're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 3 of Stranger Things. It's called The Case of the Missing Lifeguard. So let's get into it, guys.
The titles for the episodes are pretty good. Like the first episode was Susie Do Copy, and the second one was Mallrats.
Yeah.
They're just genius. They're like
Okay, the
a comic
third,
book.
this episode's title is a little bit on the nose.
Yeah, it tells you exactly what's going to happen in
Yeah.
this episode.
Susie Do Copy was a killer title, though.
Yeah, I do like it.
I think
the
Mallrats
chapters
is the
too.
best one, I think, so far.
That's true. You didn't know what the Mallrats was going to be about.
I had no idea. I thought it was going to be about actual rats. Oh, wait. It was.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Mallrats. So let's go into it scene by scene, break things down, talk about what we liked, what we didn't like of the episode. Who wants to start us out?
I'll start us out, guys. I'll start us out today, okay? So, we'll start our first... The first storyline we'll follow is Max and 11. And they actually start the episode, so it's good.
Yeah, their storyline's pretty good. It's fun watching them become closer and closer friends.
I gotta say that's probably been one of the highlights so far, especially because 11 doesn't really branch out that much from Mike in the first two seasons.
Yeah, so...
Well, I guess season 2 a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. She got that episode all by herself.
That was actually a net loss for the series. So
I would compare that episode to the scene in Spider-Man 3 where he's snapping and dancing. Everybody
gosh.
just...
I would compare that episode to the entirety of Spider-Man 3.
It's just bad all around.
So yeah, garbage.
And it was
honestly.
they only had one additional episode, and that was it. And I was like,
They couldn't see... I was looking at pictures of her in that episode. She had the eyeliner and the... Oh man, it's so bad.
And Tobey Maguire was in it too. He actually...
snapping
what
his
you
fingers
no,
down
what
the
you
road.
actually didn't know is, and this will come to a surprise. You remember it was number 7 or 8?
yeah,
Or
one of
sister?
those?
That was actually Tobey Maguire.
Oh my gosh,
You didn't know that?
he's the actor of our generation.
He really is. He's
Pizza
truly a character actor for the ages.
God. The OG Spider-Man.
Let's hop into the scene. Okay, so the episode opens up with Max and 11, and they're dancing and they're singing and they're hanging out. They're having having a classic girls' night. It's a classic girls' night. They talk about the Karate Kid.
Oh.
And that he's a good kisser.
How do they know, though?
I think anyone could look at the Karate Kid and know.
I don't know.
You've never looked at his lips and were just
I want to
good kisser.
Just be I want to get lost in those lips.
I can honestly say I've never done that.
He-
But Johnny on the other... No, I'm just kidding.
Johnny,
Johnny.
stop.
Yeah, they're just having a good time, though, and talking about other boys, which the last episode left off with Elle dumping Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of officially single. They're kind of doing girl stuff together.
She's just being a liberated person right now.
She's
Yeah.
free.
She's free from the shackles of Mike.
And Hopper a little bit too.
And Hopper, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopper's deranged sometimes.
Yeah.
She's taking the breakup really good. But
Maybe a little too good.
They are 14 though.
Yeah, they're 14. It's not like it's super serious.
I don't know. I honestly
We
don't
saw
know
her-
if it was a serious breakup in her mind. I think she's always knew a little bit that she was gonna get back with Mike.
Yes. Oh, she always knew. She's in love with Mike.
It's
She was
with
playing the
Max.
game.
Max is I've dumped Lucas 10 times and he always comes crawling back. They
Exactly.
kind of go into it knowing.
Yeah, and so that can lead us into what they do while they're hanging out. They start talking about Mike and Lucas, and they decide 11 should spy on them.
That's a bold move.
The psychic powers.
That's not good.
In previous seasons, did they say that 11 wasn't allowed to use her powers against the friends?
I don't know if they said that.
I think it's kind of an unwritten rule. You don't.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a dick move, a little bit.
If you have psychic powers, it's just come on, don't use that on your friends.
Yeah, because I remember that one time in the first season where Elle uses her powers on Lucas and pushes him down. Doesn't that happen in the first season?
Yeah, she definitely beats up Lucas in the first
Yeah.
season.
Maybe they do say it.
Because that's what I was saying. Because Lucas gets pissed, and they go off on that whole tangent about.
Okay, Lucas was a little bit of a baby the first season.
He
I
was.
didn't like Lucas the first season.
Lucas reacted as any normal person would. If there's mad scientists and agents running after you, and there's some weird chick with psychic powers whose nose is bleeding everywhere,
Not to
I would
mention-
freak out too.
She was pretty bald the first season too.
Yeah.
That's a little.
If we're being honest, okay, Morgan would fall in love with her. He'd be the Mike here.
She's.
What are you gonna say?
Superpowers.
What were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say
That's
about
not what you were gonna say.
that 15-year-old girl?
Morgan was about to say some incriminating stuff. Yeah, he saved himself. The grin on his face, though.
Let's just calm down, Drake. Okay.
Okay.
Chill
Maybe she
out.
didn't call me R. Kelly.
Dude, I'm about to get to catch a predator on this episode.
Oh my god.
Why don't you have a seat?
Who's the host? Who's the host?
Anyways, they spy on Mike and Lucas, and they're hanging out, and Hopper.
Wait, no, we're just skipping over the fact that you're just skipping over that whole scene. He calls them a species. Do you not remember? He's like, the species of women. And they burp and fart, too. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's my favorite scene of the whole episode.
It's the guys, they're just like complaining about the girls and everything like that. And of course, she hears him when she's not supposed to.
Yeah. That's like unfair because, I mean, how are you supposed to know that she's spying on you while you're saying
Maybe
that
don't
stuff?
talk bad about your girlfriend, Morgan.
Yeah. How often are you trashing your girlfriend behind her back?
I don't have a girlfriend, so anytime I want to.
Damn.
He trashes himself.
But the next part after that is
The next part's actually
hilarious.
important and wild.
The Hopper part.
Wait,
I'm
not
talking about
hilarious. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
I'm talking about when Hopper comes in the door and he's just coming home from his
3 inches!
No, yeah. He walks in and he's like drunk, obviously because Joyce stood him up at Enzo's, and he like walks into the door and Max and them were like sitting there and they're like, "What? Did you need something?" And he's like, "Nope, just keep doing what you're doing."
He's got his Hawaiian shirt tucked into his jeans. The style of the summer, really.
Every episode.
Yeah, and a whole bottle of wine in his hand, too. Yeah.
That's really the style of the summer.
He shuts the door and he like starts to smile and then he goes sits down. He's got that whole bottle of wine he stole from the restaurant and just
He
kicks
paid
back.
for it.
Well, he did.
Who knows if he paid enough? Because he just threw cash down. I'm like, I've always kind of wanted to do that, where you just throw cash down on the table. And
I'll
like,
see you
take
later.
It. But what if it's not enough?
You're already out of there and it's cash. They can't just like charge you extra because you're not.
It's
laying
pretty
down the credit
wild.
card.
Keep the change.
Yeah, guys.
Storms
Next
out.
time you go to the store, just throw cash down. $1, $2. They're not gonna know. They're just gonna take it.
Just a roll of change.
Yeah.
Just a roll of change.
It's cash. They can't not accept it.
But that's just really funny because it's like he's already drunk. Now he's happy because Mike's not there and it's Max.
Mm-hmm.
So he just keeps drinking. That was amazing.
That was good.
What a tank.
And so we'll go back to 11 and
Whoa,
11 and Max.
Wait a minute. You got the next thing that happens right after.
That's what I was gonna say. I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Because we were talking about Hopper for a second.
Oh.
Ooh, I know the narrative.
Oh.
I know the narrative. Okay.
This guy.
Stranger Things.
So what happens is they do spin the bottle. Okay, but it's not a normal spin the bottle because they ain't kissing. Okay.
What are they doing?
They're spying on people.
Oh.
They're spinning. They've got a bunch of names, and they're spying, okay? And they spin the bottle. What do you know? It lands on what was it? Mr. Wheeler. They spy on Mr. Wheeler. That's the end of the episode. He lives a casual, normal life.
What was he doing when they were spying on him? Snoring?
Snoring, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in his
What else
he was
does
in
he
his
do?
lazy boy.
How much did he get paid to just
Sit in the lazy boy.
The
Thousands
guy
of
had
dollars.
like 8 lines in 3 seasons, and he's probably richer than we will ever.
Okay, actually, what happens though? It lands on Billy. Okay, and that scene's brutal. Okay, like 11 like goes to look for him. Like, she sees a weird car, then she sees Billy, and he's like pale. Like the guy does not look good. And he turns around, he sees her. Like he sees 11.
That was wild. Because any other time she's like gone into that weird, like trance where she's like spying on people, and they can't see her.
Except for the Demogorgon could.
Except for the Demogorgon, which
Hints?
kind of makes sense because the Mind Flayer or whatever it is
He
kinda-
definitely he controls the Demogorgons. I
Yeah.
think.
But he's in Billy, right? So Billy can technically. We probably should have seen that coming. Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I didn't think he was gonna be able to see her, but
It was intense when he like turns around and you're like, oh, But no, it's a good scene. That's a good scene.
Yeah. And so that's the end of their first scene together.
And then
But-
back to Will and Lucas and...
No, we're gonna finish up with them first.
Oh, dang. I really wanted to roast Will, but...
Well,
Save that.
We're
You'll
saving
get your
Will's
moment.
storyline for next. We just get there's gonna be an actual roast of Will again every time.
Every episode, we're roasting Will.
Yeah. So they decide to go to Max's house and break into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most comedic moment of the episode when they're walking along and Max and Eleven's like, I heard like a scream, and then she's like, and Max is like, when Billy hangs out with girls, it's like happy screams.
That was hilarious.
That killed me.
They're just like walking down the street, and she's like, happy screams?
Happy
she
screams?
does not know what it means.
Yeah.
It was a good way to... I thought it was like really clever how they played it off like happy screams, but Billy's actually like a monster now. It was
Yeah,
like
no,
a
Billy's a monster in
I
bed.
don't know. Because, like, I don't know. It was just kind of realistic. You're like, oh, that makes sense.
Okay, so
As
they
kids.
break into his room and they find nothing. All they find are like Maxim magazines and stuff. And they're like, okay, Billy's room's useless. They go to the bathroom though. Uh-oh.
Find some stuff.
What are they finding there, boys?
Bags of ice. Empty bags
Empty
of ice.
bags of ice. They find a lifeguard like fanny pack,
Yeah.
and a bloody whistle. They're done.
That's a kick-ass Halloween costume. They had the fake blood on there and everything.
What?
What?
It was a joke. I was being
Heather's in
sarcastic.
danger.
A girl's life is at stake, and you're
A girl's
joking
life is at
around.
stake, and you're messing around. This is real.
She could be dead for all we know at this
Yeah,
point in the
probably
episode.
is dead. I thought she was dead.
She looked pretty dead.
Obviously, the joke did not land, but
Also, he didn't do a good job of hiding it.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he probably doesn't care because he's like zombied out or whatever, but like at least try.
But
Put
it
some
wasn't-
effort in.
there wasn't even like enough blood to where it was like he doesn't care. It was like there's like the happy medium of blood still there, and you're like, did he really try to clean this up?
Yeah, I'm just like,
He
you
didn't
don't
care.
know who just leaves blood around. You gotta clean it up.
Also, guys, why was there no trash bag in that trash can? Someone answer me that.
That's the real brutal part.
All I'm saying right now is, think of it like this. He had enough restraint to save Miss Wheeler, okay? But he couldn't save Heather.
Yeah,
Says a lot
because
about
Miss
Miss Wheeler.
Wheeler's hotter.
Miss Wheeler apparently just gets Billy
Going?
going. He gets him
Yeah.
going.
I think Heather's pretty hot.
We're not going down this road. Billy's hotter than Heather. That's where I'll end it right there.
Billy's hotter than everyone.
Billy's got better hair than Heather too.
Really?
We're gonna continue on with the scene. So they find the lifeguards like fanny pack, and they find the whistle, and they're like, okay, we got to figure out what this is. So they go to the pool.
Oh, this was a hilarious scene. So they walk up to the pool and they got the fanny pack and they're trying to figure out what happened to Heather because they still don't know. So they go up to the pool people, the managers.
Yeah, the manager.
they
It was the
would call it.
manager.
Pool shut down because it's lightning and thundering outside, and the people like managing the pool are just classic like 18-year-old like high school kids. They're like, pool shut down for 30 minutes. If you want to get struck by lightning, go climb a tree. Like just like read a notebook, not caring. So they're looking for Heather so they can give her the fanny pack back. And they're like, what do you
Well, I think
want?
they're looking for it because they're worried. Well, they didn't know it was
Well,
Heather.
Yeah, they're looking for Heather, but they're quote unquote giving her the fanny pack back.
Yeah.
But they're really just trying to find out what happened to her. So
Mhm.
through this whole thing, and all the funny comments between the managers and him, they see a picture up on the wall of Heather, and 11 can find her.
They take that picture.
So they go into the showers and they turn on all the showers because they have to have that like white noise stuff. I've always wondered what other stuff she could use besides like they use water to like drown out the sound so she can focus.
She's been in the tank.
She's been in the tank with absolutely no sound,
Yeah, sensory deprivation.
and they've used static. Like
I think she's
radio
just getting
static.
better, so she can just use it more easily now.
Yeah. It's just like anything to just like drown out anything in the background to help her like focus. You know, you need that like constant sound or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you have a fan when you're sleeping.
That's what I was about to
Exactly,
say. They've
yeah.
never used a fan.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Fans didn't exist in the 80s.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah, that's serious. They were not invented till the 90s. Look it up.
No, because this is not true.
It is true.
Fans?
I'm pretty sure they had fans before there was even
Expand
electricity.
your mind, sheep.
Sheep?
There were not fans in the 80s. I'm
Dude,
telling
I'd rather
you.
be a sheep than like listen to whatever thing you're subscribing to, man.
I don't know what cult you're in.
They didn't have fans in the 80s.
Call it a call, okay? But I don't.
What?
Oh my god.
Listen, okay? I don't think fans are real.
Yeah, and they didn't
Okay.
have cars. in
That's enough
the
like
90s.
cough medicine for you, dude. You're on
I'm on my
another level.
my third Hall's Mill.
He's
cough
on a,
drop.
that's too much.
Halls what?
Hall's refill.
You can't have halls and natter days. All right, it does weird stuff to you. That's too much.
I'm
for
loopy
you.
right now.
What you guys don't know is we're getting more drunk as the episode goes on, okay?
I've drank one beer.
I think they kind of know. I mean, we can't sit around and talk to each other. without
Jokes on
being
them. I've
drunk.
already finished 3 bottles of liquor.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you had one beer. I've had one beer. 3 bottles of liquor before that.
Let's get back to the episode, guys.
So they're trying to find Heather.
And so they decide to go to Heather's house. Oh wait, no, what'd they do? No, what am I saying? They don't go to Heather's house yet. What am I saying?
Drunk?
I am drunk. Okay, no, so 11 puts some goggles on with duct tape over them.
Mm-hmm.
They turn on the showers, white noise, and she goes to look for Heather.
She sees a mailbox at first.
Mm-hmm.
Then a red door
Then
appears.
a red door. She goes in the red door, and there's a bathtub full of ice.
And let me tell you, that was my favorite part.
Bathtub full of ice?
Yeah. No, it was pretty spooky actually. Heather like pops out of the bathtub. She's like, "Help me!" And then 11's like, "What?" And then she just gets dragged down in the upside down. Like it's crazy.
So Heather can see her in that little thing too.
Somehow.
I think at that point she was already gone. She was already flayed. So
Yeah, she got flayed.
But like her normal conscious self could kind of.
Yeah, she gets
That
dragged
was
down.
just a crazy scene. That was another one of them plot twists. But
And 11's like distressed.
and yeah, so 11 tries to reach out and grab her and pull her out of the icy
can't.
bath, and Heather just gets sucked down and keeps going down, and 11 can't grab her and she disappears. So she comes out of the trance and she's like freaking out because now she knows that something's up with Billy and Heather.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, we gotta go find him. So they go to Heather's house.
Yep.
They get to Heather's house, and what happens? Okay,
This is actually the last scene of the whole.
I'm not gonna say what happens after they leave yet. Okay, I'm gonna save that for the end of the episode.
Okay. Because this is the transition to the last scene of the episode.
Yeah, so we're gonna end it with that scene, but it doesn't involve 11 and Max anyway. So what happens is they get there. There's Billy and Heather,
They're fine.
fine as day, and Billy looks happy. He's nice. He's being sweet.
He's too nice.
He's a little too nice for
Is-
Max. Knows something's weird going on, but like, I mean, there's nothing to obviously wrong,
No.
and they leave. And that is where we're going to cut it off for that storyline, because we don't want to spoil the Billy scene.
Ooh, a
Billy.
cliffhanger within the podcast.
Cliffhanger in the podcast, boys.
I would say we're getting good at this, but we're not.
Next we'll go to Mike, Will, and Lucas. Okay.
Thank God.
Can we just get? So it starts off with them waking up. Actually, it starts off with them waking up because we saw them the night before when 11 spied on them. They're like sitting there like farting and burping and stuff, and Will's just leaning over a table the whole time, like a dork.
And they're waking up, and what do you know? Will the
Wise. Call me by my full name, guys.
is in this purple outfit, the little wizard hat on, and he's just banging his freaking staff on the ground. It's like, get up, we're gonna play D&D.
I'm going as Will to Wise for Halloween.
I feel bad for you.
We're gonna roast you. Anybody that remotely looks like Will, costume or not,
I'm gonna get the bowl cut and everything.
Oh God,
Even more beautiful.
his haircut is worse than Mike's, 100%.
Mike's hair is so obviously like straightened for the show. Okay, Will's is just bad.
Naturally bad.
He's got that natural bad look.
Well, anyways, he's doing all that dumb shit where he's trying to get him to play D&D for like
Hey,
every second of the day.
hey,
I like D&D. I will say I like D&D,
D&D is a great bonding experience between you and your friends. All right.
but
I played D&D one time.
How do you enjoy it?
And you loved it.
It was
You loved it.
It was
Don't
fun.
even lie. Don't lie.
It's fun.
It was fun, but it was definitely an experience.
Well, we're gonna play it again
Because
sometime.
we had the music. I don't know.
You didn't like the music?
No, it was just like
Can change the music, Morgan.
It was an experience.
Let's just make techno music the entire time.
It was like I was in a real life RuneScape world, doing a quest. That's what I would.
That's what it's supposed to
And
be
what
like.
else would you want?
I don't know. RuneScape was pretty good.
Exactly. So you liked it.
Okay,
Well, I'm
but
not gonna-
Morgan's
thing.
Will the Wise.
Here's the thing, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like D&D, okay?
Yes.
But sometimes, okay? Sometimes you just need to know Will when not the time to ask, okay?
So eventually, after the 15,000th time, Will has asked them.
He
to
basically
play.
forces them to play.
Yeah, he basically.
He's holding them hostage.
Yeah, so he's
You
got a
guys
gun
have to
thread.
play. Get in.
So Lucas and Mike agree to play,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the end of that scene.
And it literally just, the next scene is literally them just like, they get a phone call and they're like, it could be the girls.
Yeah.
And then Will's like, don't answer that phone!
Yeah, so they're in the middle of the game and the phone rings and they got all that drama going on with their girlfriend. So they obviously pick up and
It's a town marketer.
yeah, Will gets pissed, and then Mike and Luke are kind of they're being dicks to Will.
Well, they just want to.
bit.
They just want to quit. They just don't want to play.
Yeah.
So they just like end it really fast.
Yeah, they kill themselves in the game and sacrifice themselves, and then win, and they're like, "You can't do that." Blah 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 blah. And Will storms off. He's like, "Get out of my way!"
Well, you're
He's
reading
like,
the part where Mike talks to him.
Yeah.
Remember,
well,
Mike talks to him in the garage.
Yeah. So while he's storming out, he's like pushing people out. He's like, "Get out of my way!" They go. To
Out
the
of my
garage.
way, guys.
Yeah. This is a. I think there's a twist coming from this scene.
Not
okay?
really a twist that much. Pretty much everyone's called it.
I don't know. I said this to you earlier.
I don't
when
think
we
it
were
happens.
watching it together,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know.
I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I said I think he is.
Okay. Well, here's the twist. They're in the garage. Will's about to ride off on his bike, and Mike goes, "It's not our fault you don't like girls."
I don't think that means that he's gay. I think it was just that Will hasn't dated anyone.
Will hasn't grown up, I think is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
But
But the way that Mike said it,
Will
it
looks,
was like,
and Will
okay,
reacted.
Will looks a little pissed. He looks a little sad when he says
well, I mean,
that.
I'd be pissed too.
Why would he be apologizing so much? And then the next scene after this, they
Did Mike and Will kiss?
No. What?
is this. Tr-
You don't
Is
know
Mike
what
just
you
Is
don't know
this
what
your
happens.
fan fiction?
You don't know what happens between seasons.
Anyways, that's my thing. They go to his house and they're looking for him. They're like, I'm sorry. They're like,
And Will just
apologizing.
like locked himself in.
Yeah, but I don't think that they would apologize that much. Okay, it wouldn't hurt that much if he.
Well, they
He's
upset
not
him.
gay.
I
don't think he's gay.
I
You
don't
just,
think
like,
he's gay. I
making
think
a lot
that
of
they just
assumptions.
made him. They just hurt his feelings.
Yeah, he literally destroyed. He's like in Fort Byers, the little fort he's in for like 2 seasons, and he just smashed it with
That was sad.
with
Dude,
a
that
baseball
was
bat. That was
really
savage.
sad.
That was an intense scene. Like I think he did a great job, like acting wise, for that one.
Do you know what Morgan told me today?
What did he tell you?
He said when the kid who played Will biked off in the rain, Morgan said he's not a good actor.
What? He's like one of the strongest actors in the show.
Come on,
The strongest kid actor, at least.
You think
11
he's the strongest
11
kid?
He's
Strongest.
one of the strongest. It's him and 11 that are definitely the strongest.
I'm gonna rank them. I'm gonna go 11.
Okay.
11 number 1.
Oh, number 2. Number 2 is hard.
I actually think
does-
either Lucas or Max are the
I would
worst.
say Lucas or Max is the worst.
Are the worst. Yeah, I think
I think Max is towards the top for me.
Really?
best acting wise.
Yeah, I think her character is just like really believable.
She's good.
Like she pulls off that like.
I think they're all good.
All the
Yeah.
kids are so good. That was
They
the best
are
part.
good.
All the kids are so good, no matter what kid.
phenomenal.
I think maybe Lucas is the worst.
I don't know.
Who do you think's the worst?
I don't think Lucas is the worst. I just don't think they give his character a lot to do.
I just think.
What did Lucas really do this season other than shoot the slingshot? And do that one, like, that weird
Hey, don't
ad.
spoil anything.
It's
Don't
not a
spoil
slingshot.
anything.
It's not.
It's a wrist
It's a
rocket.
wrist rocket. I said
a
it's
wrist
not
rocket.
A sling socket.
Okay, wait. Okay, who do you think the worst one is then? Who do you think the worst kid actor is?
Will.
Will?
I think it's
Will.
Will.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. The worst kid actor.
Who's the worst of the kids? It's got to be Lucas.
It's gotta be Will. Will.
It's either Lucas, Max, or Will. No, or Mike. Lucas,
I don't think it's
Lucas,
Mike.
Max, or Mike. One of them.
My thing with Mike is he gets too big of roles not to be the worst.
Yeah, I think.
Specifically, like, 'cause I rewatched season 1. The kid who plays Mike is so good in season 1. He's so much better than all the other kids.
Season 1 is just so good.
I know, but what I'm saying is he's a good actor, and he definitely has some awkward scenes.
I
at
think
some
they're
points.
all good actors.
They're all good actors, but I think probably Lucas is the worst. Him and Max don't really get along.
See, I think Will is the worst actor because I don't like Will's character.
But that doesn't mean. But he's acting so well that you don't like him.
But it's the same thing for you because I like Lucas's character, but you don't like his
I
character.
like Lucas's character.
Well,
What are you
You
saying?
do, but he's not like your favorite character in the show, which kind of.
Is he your favorite character in the show?
No, but I really like. I think I like his character.
I just think this season he really does not get a lot to do.
He doesn't get a lot to do in any season.
Yeah, exactly. That's why That's why you think that he's the weakest one because he doesn't have a lot to do.
It's not really fair because like Dustin's better than him.
Yeah, but Dustin's the comedic relief.
Yeah, well, Dustin's so good at it. That's the thing. Okay, so Dustin's so good at
He's
it.
really good. His
Okay.
character is always good.
Okay, Mike is with 11, so he's always going to get a lot of stuff. And he was the main kid. Let's be completely honest. Mike
is
the
the
kid.
leading man.
Mike's
basically.
the leading kid of the 4 guys. Okay.
Yeah.
You even see it at the end when 11. Never mind. I almost spoiled something, but I
Uh-oh.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't
Thank
spoil
God.
anything.
Losing it.
Oh.
He almost spoiled something that you.
Okay, let's get back to the episode before.
Yeah.
before.
So when he's tearing down Fort Myers,
Wait, no. Let's save this for the end.
we
Actually, with
can't-
Billy.
We can't spoil that because that kind of ties into the last ending scene.
But he smashes Fort Myers.
Yeah, smashes Fort Myers. Will and Luke. I keep calling him Luke. Will and
Lucas.
Lucas end up finding him, and they're like, "Hey man, what's wrong?" And we're just gonna leave it at that.
So you guys want to do Hopper and you want to do Hopper next? No, actually, let's do Nancy and Jonathan next to get it out of the way. Really, just the worst.
Man,
Okay?
you know, like we said, Nancy and Jonathan, their story isn't the strongest. It gets better towards the end.
A lot better.
You know what? It gets stronger, but also so does everyone else's story. So it kind of stays consistent.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say, okay? Because we can just speed through this really quick. Okay, literally all that happens is they develop a picture of a rat and they go back to the house. Literally, that's it. Like, it's so easy.
Nancy tries to show everyone the picture of the rat, and of
It's
course,
a weird rat, guys.
they make fun of her
What did she expect?
because she's in a very sexist office who does not respect women.
They didn't have sexism in the 80s.
Like they didn't have fans.
Just like they didn't have fans.
The fans didn't exist, but sexism did.
Sexism was strong in the 80s.
And these guys are dicks. I swear I hate these guys more than I hate Billy. Okay, like literally the worst.
Yeah, they're.
But then like they get another call and what are they? I don't know. She goes back. She decides to go back to the.
She talks Jonathan into going with.
Yeah, she's like, go back to this house with me. What's the name of the lady again?
Miss
Driscoll.
Miss Driscoll. They decide to go and see Miss Driscoll, and they get there. They break into her house, of course, and they see something weird.
Yeah, so they hear some weird noises. They grab like a hammer and a screwdriver, because really weird noise. So they like peek around the corner, and it's Miss Driscoll, and you know what she's doing? Eating fertilizer.
Just munching it
weird.
up.
And that's literally their entire plot of this episode.
That's a huge turning point though, because it went from the rats eating the fertilizer until we see the
Okay,
first
Loki, that
human.
was funny. Okay, I laughed when that happened.
What?
I laughed. It was pretty funny.
Don't
The,
make fun
the
of
way
Miss
she was
Driscoll.
I
Best actress in the whole show.
Miss
I'm
Driscoll.
caught between like really thinking Miss Driscoll is a really good actress and a really bad actress.
I could see that.
Because there's a couple of times like God, I want to say like in future episodes where she like freaks out and it's like and you're just like that's just like you could pick any old woman in the world and she would do the exact same
What
way.
old ladies are doing
I think
that
Miss
often.
Driscoll is just having fun. She's having a good
Yeah,
time.
she got to eat real fertilizer for that.
That explains why she's.
They actually
so-
cast her because of her bodily resistance to fertilizer. That's what happened, guys. You didn't know?
Definitely typecasted.
Yeah. that's all that happens to them.
Yeah, but that was a huge like turning point for their storyline, the storyline in general. Humans are now starting to eat fertilizer.
Let's just hop into everyone's favorite storyline. Scoop Squad.
Scoop Troop.
Scoop Troop. There's so many different names for it. It's so good.
It's definitely Scoop Troop.
Wait, there's other names other than Scoop Troop?
You can call them the Scoop Squad. You can call them
Scoop Troop.
the Scoopies.
That's a new one.
That was just made up right.
That's a Mouth Breathers exclusive right
You
here.
heard it right here. We're gonna call them Scoobies from now on, actually, guys. Okay?
Nope.
Okay, let's talk about Scoobies.
Scooby Doo. Nah, that was a stretch.
Oh,
No, a little bit of a stretch. A little bit of a stretch. I don't like that one.
It just starts with Erica, guys.
Oh, Eric.
Erica's like, give me another sample, okay? Because I need it.
And then Rob's like, "You're abusing company policy."
Get out of here, Erica.
I
She's
want
like,
it.
get out of here, you loiterer.
Erica's a brat.
Erica is a brat. She's
a brat.
Lucas's sister.
Yeah, she is Lucas's little sister, which
I don't
I
think we
kind of
mentioned
forgot at first, and then like the more I saw her, I was like, oh yeah.
I don't think we mentioned that before.
I think we did.
Well, like their first
Maybe.
interaction when they're like at the mall. And they're
Okay, yeah,
walking
that was
by,
true. That was true.
Because you're just like you don't talk to someone like that unless they're your sibling.
Or
True.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
old is the actress that plays? She's got to be like 11. 10.
I wouldn't even give her 11.
11?
I don't know. I'm terrible with ages. I could see like
Yeah,
a
we know.
3-year-old kid on the side of the road, and I'm like, that's a cute 18-month-old baby right there.
True, I see Morgan. I looked at it and I say, that's a cute 18-month-old baby right there.
Yeah, Morgan's basically an infant.
I know.
I had a guy on a plane one time, didn't even think I was 18. I'm 22 years old.
This is random. One time when I was 7, I dressed up as Batman on a plane, and the person in the intercom said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Batman's on the plane." And everyone clapped.
Wow, that's a 100% true story.
You guys think I'm kidding? I will call my mom tonight. I'll call my mom right now.
Air Marshal, you can have the trip off. We have Batman on board.
Can we
Batman is on board.
Can we
He
get your
will
mom
fly.
on the episode?
No.
We're gonna have a guest.
So Scoop Squad starts off. Erica's being like
A brat.
She's being a brat. She's being a brat. She's not being a dick. She's being a brat.
bringing a 8-year-old girl.
She's being like a little kid.
Yeah, she's harassing Robin.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Steven and Dustin. And what are they looking for?
Did you say Steven?
How dare
Lucas
you.
and Steven. I don't know.
Steve,
Steve,
you idiot.
Steve.
I don't know why I'm like making all these names more mature than they need to be.
Steven is not more mature than Steve. I'm naming my firstborn Steve.
Steven.
Anyways.
They're looking for the evil Russians.
Yeah. And what do the evil Russians look like?
Can you describe what they look like?
They're blonde, they're tall, and they're probably carrying duffel bags.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch out.
So that's what Dustin tells Steve. He's like, that's what we need to be on the lookout for.
They have a pretty interesting conversation where he says, "Steve, date Robin. She's pretty cute. She's got your number.
And that's where.
Date Maya Hawke."
That's crazy.
And then Steve's like,
Yeah.
nah, man.
I can't do that. I can't.
Nah, we're just coworkers.
At
What?
this point, Steve is still out of Robin's league.
Yeah.
No, I think Robin's out of his league.
Are you kidding me, dude? Robin knows 4 languages. All right.
I know, but if
What
you
does
see,
Steve
actually,
know?
Steve's hair is pretty good.
I know, but
Steve's
but,
hair
but
is worth at
he's been
least
wearing
3
the hat,
languages.
though. He's been wearing the hat.
He took the hat off.
Yeah. but-
Ahoy, ladies!
I don't know. Also, he striked out a lot in front of Robin, so it's like.
I know, but somehow that makes she's more enamored with him now.
So as their plot line,
They spot a
continues-
Russian. They spot a Russian. They spot a guy. He's got long blonde hair. He's tall, wearing dark clothes.
It has a duffel bag.
He has a duffel bag. They follow him.
Uh-oh. They start stalking this guy throughout the mall.
Where's he going?
Oh my god. Who could have a duffel bag? Of course. A
It's-
dance instructor.
It's a jazzercise instructor.
Yes.
He
dude,
said, "Hey, ladies,
jazzercise.
who's ready to work out?" And he pulls it out, and he starts dancing.
that was hilarious.
He gets it.
That is the 80s in a nutshell.
It's amazing.
Jazzercise.
Okay, that would be the ticket to like meeting women. If you were like a workout instructor like that, there was nothing but girls in that workout class.
Alright, so Morgan is going to become a workout instructor.
Morgan's
Just
gonna
like-
dye his hair blonde, grow it out really long, and become a workout instructor. He needs to get a boombox.
Morgan's bringing back jazzercise all by himself.
Jazzercise is still here. Okay, haven't you heard of Zumba?
Oh,
It's the
God.
evolution.
Zumba is like so much worse than jazzercise. My neighbor one time, we were at like a barbecue and she was like, "Oh, I've been taking this Zumba class," and she was like going on and on about Zumba, and then she was like, "Let me show you some of the moves I learned," and she turned on a song
What?
and started doing Zumba dance moves, and I was like, "This has got to stop."
That's borderline harassment.
Have you done it before? How do you know?
How do I know?
How do you know if it's hard?
It's called Zumba.
Wow. I've done Zumba on the Wii before.
Weeza.
It's not fun.
It,
It's not
it
fun
actually
at all.
hurts. From what I understand, it actually hurts a lot.
I just
What?
I don't know. Anyways,
He's not secure enough to do it.
he's
he's-
not a Russian. He's not a Russian.
But here's probably one of the most important scenes of the episode
Ooh.
when Robin
Figures it
figures
out.
out the code.
Robin officially, unofficially cracks the code. We don't know for sure yet, but she is putting a lot of things together, and it is all coming full circle.
It's like a cool scene because she's like standing up in like the middle of the mall, and she's like looking around. She's seeing the code, and she sees how it like relates to the mall and how it all maps out.
Imagine these people are watching her and being like, "What's wrong with this girl?"
Yeah, they're like, "Who is this girl standing on like a table or whatever?" But
But
I
it was
mean,
pretty
she
fun.
figures
It
it
was
out. It was a
pretty
cool
fun.
scene
That's the case.
That was probably one of the best scenes.
of Robin.
Arguably her best scene.
No.
Not a best scene.
No,
not a best
But
scene.
I don't know.
Definitely
Not
a
even-
strong
not
scene
even
though.
close to
Not
a
a
best
strong.
scene.
Definitely a strong scene.
But I love that scene because now the whole mystery of whether the code is real, whether it's
They
actually
know it's
happening
real.
in Hawkins, it is.
Yeah.
They know for sure.
And
the
so
next scene,
they
goes
park
on
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they get on top of the building and they watch the parking entrance of the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's a Chinese restaurant, and they watch it and they see armed guards, definitely Russian, and they're watching them. Okay,
they're not blonde though.
They're not blonde,
They're
and
not
and
blonde.
something weird happens. Okay, not something weird, something bad happens. They accidentally bump something and make a noise.
Scoop Squad.
Yeah.
Scoopies. what you doing?
Scoopies.
And then of course they all like they're freaking out. They're like looking around. They have the guns like pointing.
The
in their
Russians
direction.
are like, and they send a soldier up there, and they like run away. They book it out of there. They just
Yeah.
run away.
Yeah. So now, there's no doubt that there are Russians involved, and that it's happening in Starcourt Mall.
They know.
It's
Also,
true.
it's just like these guys have like huge guns that they're just loading stuff in. How did no one see this?
That's what I'm.
It's-
saying.
Except for
Well,
the
no,
scoop-
it's because they own the mall, so they shut it down. They make that like no
Oh,
one's
yeah,
allowed
they
to get
do
there.
on the mall. That's just like, but it's just like,
Wait a second,
If
we
you
weren't.
see a bunch of
We don't know
armed
that
men-
yet. We just spoiled it.
oh no, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone's listening to this podcast is probably.
Okay, yeah, whatever. It's
Let's
not
be
a big
real.
deal.
Let's be real.
Okay, well,
But that's
in
the end of
end,
the-
We're just gonna tell you who died.
That's the end of Scoopies for the episode.
That's the end of the scoop tree.
That was
Scoop
awesome though.
Ooh.
She cracked the code. There's Russians involved. Freaking wow. Killer storyline.
What do we get? Next, we got. This is the last one before we go into Billy and Will at the end.
Billy.
Bi-
But now we
Will-
got
Willie.
Hopper and Joyce.
Hop and Joyce.
Hop and Joyce, everyone's favorite couple,
Huh?
Like
and we can just start straight off from.
him being hungover in the morning.
He drinks that wine. He takes off his shoes. He watches TV. He wakes up the next day. He's hungover as fuck.
The funny, I loved when he got up and he went right to the fridge and he started chugging the milk. And all I could think in the back of my head was, that's a lot of milk on a hungover stomach.
Dude.
Like,
Oh
that
my
is a
God,
recipe
yes.
for disaster.
I can't even drink whole milk. I can only drink
You
almond
can't
milk.
drink whole milk.
I can, or I'm gonna. My stomach will just ruin me for the next hour.
Can you drink whole milk?
Yeah, I love whole milk.
I hate
Some
it.
people can't because of lactose intolerance.
Almond milk all the way, baby.
Nah. I am team whole milk. Okay, I love whole milk.
You know what? You're not supposed to be drinking whole milk after you're fully developed, all right?
Connor, tell
After
us-
like 18, you're not supposed to be drinking that stuff. That's for babies.
I've had people tell me that drinking milk isn't healthy. Okay, that's a sick joke. Okay,
That's what you're gross, dude.
Connor,
Drink it out of the udder.
Connor has the best story.
We're not gonna go into a story. Okay, I just
Oh,
got.
come on, tell us.
I've gotten in plenty of
Tell us why you
arguments.
like milk. Tell us
Why I like milk?
Why do you like milk?
Yeah.
When I was younger, okay,
Oh God.
when I was a young warthog. You guys get that reference?
Yes, the
No.
Lion
The
King.
Lion King.
Did you say no?
No.
This man.
Keep telling the story.
Don't watch the live action.
Don't
Lion
watch
King.
the live action Lion King.
Just watch the cartoon, dude.
So what happens though? Okay, I was only supposed to be 5'1", 5 foot. I'm like that. I was supposed to be short. Okay, I was a short.
That's so short.
I'm short little boy.
Supposed to be short.
I was supposed to be short.
As if he's not already.
You know what? Let me tell you, I drank a lot of milk. Okay,
Yeah.
and look where I am now, a hefty 5'3".
Woo!
Woo! I'm joking. I'm 5'7", but I also took like protein too and stuff.
It's like not even like the doctor could have been wrong or anything. It was like, it's the milk.
It's definitely not genetics
It was the milk.
whatsoever. It's only milk.
Yeah. There's only
My
one
sister
explanation.
If
got-
you drink milk straight from the cow, you'll grow about 10 inches.
I always drink straight from the udder.
Yeah, if you drink straight from the other, like they don't put all that stuff that like prohibits growth.
Why do you think farmers are so tall?
Wormers are not tall.
I never thought about that.
Wow.
One time I saw a cow and I tried to pet it and ran away. Can't live like
They
this.
smell the milk off your breath.
I've always got milk on my breath. Okay, we're gonna get back to the
This
story.
guy's a
Okay,
freak.
it's gotten too far. Okay, so Hopper's like chugging milk. He's like, I'm hungover, and then Joyce shows up, and Joyce,
The last person.
the last person he wants to see, after she stood him up. Okay, and he's like, what do you want, Joyce? He's so grumpy. Okay, he's
She
just
acts
pissed.
like nothing.
She actually nothing happens, and she just starts throwing magnets at fridges, like insanity.
Yeah.
No, he's like, the magnets don't work, Hop. The magnets don't work.
And he's not listening to anything because he's pissed. He should be pissed.
And he like goes on like a rant. He's like, you never let yourself be happy, Joyce. You can't let yourself be happy for yourself. Ugh.
Yeah, this is also, as soon as she walks in, this is how she leads into the conversation. She said, I saw Scott Clark last night.
Oh, God.
And he was like, you saw Scott Clark? He was like, you have outdone yourself, Joy. I mean, how do you, like...
Well, it's not, he's
Why?
fresh out of the shower too. He's showing off his like dad bod.
Yeah, after all that wine he drank last night.
He's trying to get some from Joyce.
So, as soon as he's, like, she said Scott Clark, he is done with the whole conversation. So,
Yeah.
And Joyce doesn't really care. She's like, I'm
Yeah.
going back to the lab, guys. There's definitely something that's causing magnets not to work
yeah,
there.
so she goes off on this rant about magnets. Hop gets pissed, goes in the back room, talks about her feelings, and as soon as he walks out, she's not there.
She's just getting a flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually just a pretty classic Joyce and Hop scene.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's just like Joyce going off on a tangent, Hop going off on a tangent, and Joyce not listening to a damn thing.
Basically, yeah.
But nobody listens to her, so.
No one listens to Joyce, but Joyce is always right.
Nobody listens to anybody in the show. Let's just,
Especially Joyce.
especially Joyce. So, anyways,
They go to the lab.
they go to the lab. Oh,
Hawkins' lab.
so when they get to the lab, they go in.
What?
They go into the lab.
Yeah.
And you won't believe what happens. They show a flashback of one of the most important characters,
Who is it?
Bob.
Bob. I think you mean
Our baby
Samwise
boy.
Gamgee.
He was so innocent, so young, so nice. Too nice for the show, too nice for Hawkins. And of course, we get that little flashback.
I forgot how brutally murdered he was. They showed the flashback, and I was like, jumped in my seat. I was like,
Why'd he stop? I just don't understand.
it was so bad. It like, oh my god,
He
I can't
stopped
describe
because he saw Joyce and he was like, oh, my love. I love her so much. She's so beautiful. And then immediately,
Gets devoured.
just dead.
Dude,
Eaten
it,
alive.
like loud roar, gets his face eaten off, and it is just like in 10 seconds.
He's dead.
he's
He's gotten his face ripped off. He's
So
dead.
that was sad. You kind of get to see.
That was
the way-
pretty. It was pretty sad to watch him die again.
I wasn't even gonna say. I was gonna say it's pretty sad to watch Joyce. Joyce is like grieving.
Yeah.
Like
She's
wonder-
still grieving.
yeah, she's still grieving.
I mean, well, yeah. You saw the person you loved
Yeah,
eaten in front of you.
it was a good touch to kind of like. Well, I don't even know if it's a good touch but a good touch for me to like bring that whole grieving process into the new season.
Well, I think
like,
they were trying to bridge it to the next scenes that were coming with their like.
yeah, because you got to see that flashback of them on the couch watching TV, how she was so sad, and then you get to see, it's just. It's,
And they have a heart to heart after
Yeah.
that, so they were definitely bridging it into that scene where, because after that, like Joyce and Hopper like have like a heart to heart, and like because Joyce is playing the move, you find out.
Yeah.
that,
She's trying to leave Hawkins.
Why
Which, I mean, it's a good move. Like,
At this point, I would leave Hawkins.
I would have been out of Hawkins as soon as I knew that thing was
Yeah.
not affecting my child anymore.
But it's one of those things where Hopper's like honest with her, and he's just like, when my like daughter died, I had to get away, so I moved to Hawkins. He's like, but I never had what you have, which is people that care about you.
Yeah.
And
like Scott Clark.
Like Scott Clark, yeah.
She
Like
totally threw
Scotty.
I don't know what it is with Joyce and making jokes too soon,
Did she-
but man, she.
that was a good one, though. It was
Oh,
like a
she's
burn
the
on
queen.
him almost.
Yeah, it was. Hop took it pretty good though. Like
Yeah.
he laughed and joked.
Okay, let's be completely honest. What was I saying?
Go ahead.
Hopper is a catch compared to Scott Clark, okay?
He's a nerd.
Yeah. Did you see those socks? You see those tube socks all the way up?
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
So,
What do I-
Look at Hopper. Look at his mustache.
You guys ever
Hopper's mustache is better than Scott Clark's.
Oh yeah, by far.
Mr. Clark has nothing on him.
Well, Hopper can grow a beard too.
Hopper can grow a beard.
Listen, there's a guy who like owns a bunch of car dealerships in Charlotte. His name's Scott Clark,
Oh God.
which is like
But what if he looked like Hopper?
What? Inception.
Woo!
Anyways, so every time I hear Scott Clark, I was trying to think of like that character's name, and I was like,
Who is
Scott,
Scotty?
Scott Clark, and I was like, that can't be right. Like,
That's him.
yeah. Anyways,
But of course, they hear a noise that's coming from the lab, and so they're like, "Uh-oh, we gotta go figure out what's happening."
stay here, Joyce.
Yeah, why is there a noise?
Stay behind, Joyce.
Of course. They go walk in to investigate what's going on, and Hopper gets jumped. He just gets jumped and just
It's
gets
the Russian Terminator.
completely destroyed by that dude.
He
They bring him
literally gets his shit kicked in so hard.
It's not even close. Dude.
Like Hopper wins almost basically all the fights he's in. Okay,
Mhm.
he gets destroyed. Like this man is like literally like, beating the living crap out of him. Like
Yeah.
he's just dead.
He's like a rag doll. He actually knocks him out completely.
Yeah,
Who he needs him in the face.
yeah. And Joyce is in like another room at this point, so she's like, she doesn't see all this stuff going on, but she runs and finds Hopper, who's just completely knocked out at this point. And they see like the guy in the motorcycle just like speed off.
Well, that reminds you of because there was a guy walking out of the mayor's office with a motorcycle.
We already.
Hey,
They've
you
already
know what?
proved This.
Only one guy in Hawkins on a motorcycle.
And he-
Russians.
And let me tell you right now, he's not from Hawkins. Okay,
Yeah.
he's a Russian agent.
That was
We ride on 4 wheels in Hawkins, not 2. How dare you?
yeah.
That was brutal. So let's do this, guys. We got one more scene left. And
Well,
that's
that's
Billy.
you know, we always save the scene with Billy for last.
Billy is really actually a couple later episodes he won't be in as much, but right now Billy's
is driving.
a
train.
beast. He's a beast.
Billy is Stranger
And-
Things.
So Max and 11 leave, and Billy's like looking at them at the window, okay, and like he's like looking at them, it's like zooming in on his eyes, and his pupils like suddenly like dilate,
Mm-hmm.
and it like cuts to like a
Flashback.
flashback, yeah, of like 11 in season 2 closing like the upside down portal, and Billy's pissed, like he's like. Billy's like not happy, and so they go back, and Billy like the mom of Heather, she's like, I don't feel so good. Then she like stands up and she just falls down. She's knocked out, and then like the dad's like, oh no, honey, and then Heather comes up and like baseball bats like hits him in the head with a wine bottle, a wine bottle. Billy walks up, he's like, I got some chloroform, guys. Hands it off to Heather, and she's like, it'll be over soon, Daddy. And then he just knocks him out. And then, like, it cuts to Will, and he's, like, touches the back of his neck again. He's, like looking around, like, really confused.
Back.
He's back, guys. And all the boys arrive. He's like, he's back.
So when that
He's
happens, during the flashback where it shows 11 closing the portal, it shows, like, Billy getting, like, really, really upset, and then it shows the portal reopening, and then Billy, like, you can kind of see, like a surge of energy kind of go through him, and then the portal gets reopened, and then that's when the chills go down Will's neck. So it's just kind of like that whole...
All of it happening at once. And you're like,
Yeah.
Will consents.
Yeah, Will knows. Will's like, he's back. We're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Because
We gotta get out of here.
it's Stranger Things, of course.
It's
So-
Stranger.
That's how this episode ends, with Billy and Heather being the dynamic duo, killing everybody in Hawkins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a brutal
Hey,
ending scene.
he's doing exactly what he's told. He's building an army.
Billy and Billy Ding.
So now, all right. So let's take.
You're
so
welcome.
First, the Mind Flayer had Billy.
Yeah?
Now the Mind Flayer has Billy and Heather.
And
now
it's getting
it is-
Heather's parents, too.
Holy shit! It's literally multiplying. It
It's-
went from 1 to 2 to 2 to 4.
It's like Body Snatchers.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it? Invasion of the Body
Yeah,
Snatchers?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Classic
It's like a
movie.
classical movie. It's
That's
like-
basically what this
This is
whole
basically
thing
the
is.
plot of it.
Yeah.
It's like aliens come and they just like steal bodies.
It's playing
That's
off of it.
crazy.
It doesn't lean into it the whole time, but it does have a lot of like homages to it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So
Let's get into it. Let's get into the post episode discussion. Who was everyone's favorite character this episode? And really think about it.
all right, Connor, who's yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Start with me?
Yeah, you gotta go first.
Okay, my favorite character this episode? It's gotta be... I'm gonna go Hopper this episode.
Was it Hopper last episode?
Maybe.
There's no shade.
Hopper's probably my favorite character.
I mean, if you like Hopper, you like Hopper.
Yeah, you like
Hopper's... Well, here's the thing. I think everyone likes Hopper, okay?
Yeah.
But it was like the first time you saw him this season, like being like actually like emotionally vulnerable, which was kind of like a nice change of pace for him. And it was nice to see him get taken down a peg and get beaten up.
Yeah, because Hopper, a lot for this season, he's very like either just like super angry or he's just like fighty.
Well, it's a definitely
he's, like,
stressful
sad.
situation. Yeah, you're sad.
Yeah.
Okay, Xavier, who's your favorite character?
Ooh, my favorite character this episode. I'm trying to think. I'm like,
It's hard to have a favorite this episode because it felt like everything was so like evenly distributed.
yeah, there was a lot going on between everyone.
A ton going on. Like when we were going through and making notes about the episode, it was like there was 2 bullet points for this scene and then next scene. 2 bullet points again, next scene. It was just like
14 bullet
a
points
lot
for
of
11
little
and,
stuff.
11 and Max had the longest storyline. Who was your favorite character?
I don't know. I feel like if I say my favorite character, it's gonna steal it from Morgan.
Do it. Steal it.
I'm not
Just
good.
do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Just
All
do
right,
it.
my you know what? I'll switch it up. My favorite character this episode is I'm gonna say 11.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
say 11. She got to use her powers
It's a good choice.
in other ways, and it was really cool to see that.
In other ways.
Well, I mean, normally it's her just like moving stuff around. We
Yeah.
got to see her spying on people, so that was cool.
I agree.
And her hanging out with Max. I like that dynamic duo of those two a lot.
They make a pretty cute duo.
All right, Morgan, who's your
So,
favorite?
Like friends, guys. Come on.
I'm gonna start off with my runner-up, and then go into my favorite character. My runner, just because it tag teams off of yours, my runner-up was Max. Max is gonna be my favorite character for the episode.
Yeah.
Just because
11 was your favorite character?
No.
Wait, Max is not. Is your
Max
favorite
is his runner-up.
Yeah, because his was
Them hanging out
11.
together.
Okay.
yeah. Because I just love that. Like she's just being a really good friend, and just I don't know. Throughout the whole season, you kind of get to see Max's character build, which is nice. I love her character. I think her character is like believable. The person like playing her is doing a really good job. It's just like she's entertaining to watch.
And I think 11 needs a friend like Max too.
Yeah. Well, she needed a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to change my answer. My favorite character was Will.
Can't change your answer. Sorry,
You-
bud. It's
Will's,
already
what's your
said it.
turn?
Will's objectively the best.
It's already
character.
said it. Morgan, who's your favorite?
My favorite character. Thank you for saving her for me. Robin.
There you
I
go.
knew it was
Oh
gonna
my
be
God,
Robin.
Robin. She cracks the code. How can she? And I know she's probably your favorite too, but
Yeah.
she cracks the code. She cracks the whole code, and
Cracks it.
oh man, that she's just my favorite character. I think that like breakthrough in like the whole storyline is just huge.
Oh yeah.
And being a new character just in the show, bust that wide open. That was awesome. That was freaking.
lit.
Plus, I think it was like I didn't like that storyline after the first episode, but
I know
now
you didn't.
it's my favorite storyline just because I feel like it's more of like a mystery than like a like a monster story. It's like there's a code. There's Russians involved. What's going on? It's like
Hunt for the Red October.
yeah, I guess. I've never seen that, but
You don't know what that is, do you?
no. It's just kind of like it's got that more like crime solving, like mystery
Cracking the case.
clue kind of feel to it.
Yeah, definitely with this episode. All right, so everyone's favorite scenes.
I'll just go ahead and say mine, just because cracking the case. To Robin.
We all knew what it was going to be.
Yeah, Robin's my favorite character. That was my favorite scene. It was awesome to see it come full circle like that. Plus, the code was so simple. You're like, damn. Like, but it's like.
Well, it had to translate from Russian. We could never do that.
Yeah, but
Actually, we have Google Translate. What are we saying?
Yeah, we have technology.
We couldn't do it back then.
Yeah, we couldn't do it in the 80s. They didn't have fans.
I know.
Let alone Google Translate.
There weren't
But
any fans.
It was, I don't know. Have you guys ever done like an escape room?
Yeah.
That's the exact feel I got from that like scene where she's like blah 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 blah. She's putting all the clues together. That's it.
Figuring
She
it out. You have like
solved
10 minutes left.
Yep.
You're like, I got it.
So that's the feel I got. Connor?
My favorite scene was... What was my favorite scene, guys? What was my favorite scene? I'm just messing. I know what my favorite scene was. Okay, it was when Hopper got his shit kicked in, okay? So great. It's like, I love it when he's like walks in the room and he like doesn't see anyone, and like Russian Terminator's like right there behind him. He's like...
That's like
and like
almost
Hopper like turns around,
Things.
he's like, oh. He's like gets destroyed.
It's almost anti-Hopper. How good?
I know.
Yeah.
It was pretty good though. It's a
Hopper's
pretty
my
good scene.
favorite character. I love watching him get the shit beat out of him.
Well, it's the first time in this whole series that he gets the shit. He always wins every fight.
That's like saying you want to see Will be cool.
It's impossible.
It's
Okay, that's literally impossible.
How
Don't even
could you
compare.
say that about my favorite character this episode?
Oh,
Not
no.
favorite character.
Don't
It's
even
my
mess-
favorite scene though when he's breaking down the little fort.
Mhm.
It's a really good scene. It's a very emotional scene. And I think he does a pretty good job with it. He sells it.
He's like,
That's not what he
he
does.
makes that noise when he
It's-
hits it.
No,
It's
he doesn't.
relatable because what was going through my head during that scene is when he was so mad he tore down his fort, and I've like been super mad before, and you break something you really like, and then after you're even more mad because you're just like, damn it, like why did I do that? Now I'm even more mad because
Yeah,
I just like
trust me.
ruined the.
One thing is that like he sees like a picture of them when they're all like little kids and they're hanging out of it, and he's just like in that moment he's like, you know, we're not kids anymore. We have to grow up, and he decides that he's just gonna grow up. And I don't know. It's just like I've had a moment like that where you're just like I can't be a little kid anymore. I remember one time when I was a kid, I used to have like a bunch of stuffed animals. I just had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And at one point, I just remember I was just like, I don't need to have all these stuffed animals in my room.
So what do? He burned them.
I burned them all.
You ripped them a piece while you cried.
And what he did was he looked at a picture of him and all his childhood stuffed animals together, started crying, and ripped them apart.
Ripped them all
Piece
apart.
by piece.
In the rain, too.
In
In the rain, he's weeping. He's tears in his eyes. He's like ripping his teddy straight in half. He can't control himself.
Yeah, I agree. That was a really good scene.
Yeah, no. But overall, I really like this episode.
I thought it was a
It's
good episode.
one. So
Yeah.
far, it's like breaking down these episodes, it makes me realize how much I like them a lot.
Mhm.
I
They're
definitely
just so
like
good.
this season. I'm debating on if I like this season more than season one.
Season 1, so good.
Season one is just, I feel like it's a different show almost.
Just because
It
it's the
feels so
original.
different.
Well, season 1 feels like a mystery. And
Exactly.
season 1 had that magic because nobody expected it. You know what I mean? No, I didn't expect it. Nobody did. Nobody knew what it was. Netflix just dropped it, and it was so
Yeah.
much better than any Netflix show that ever released.
Yeah.
Now we're going into it. We know 11 came from a lab and has powers. We know Hawkins is just like a hellhole
Yeah.
for all the
Monsters.
stuff. Yeah, for monsters.
Well,
for
I think we should
Russians.
leave Hawkins for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It went from like a super mystery show about and that had supernatural elements to now it's definitely more like an action adventure show with comedic elements. So it's definitely different, but I still enjoy it.
It's like a welcome.
you
They
know?
had to change it though.
Yeah.
Because once you know about the Upside Down, the luster is gone.
Yeah, once you know the monster, it's
Yeah.
like
There's nothing really to like be mystery about.
yeah.
Yeah, this episode definitely kind of like pushed that plot so much further down the line. Like kickstarted it.
Oh yeah. Now, so this is episode 3. So now we're definitely the story is about to take off even further.
So now
Oh,
if you come back and listen to episode 4, the review of episode 4, you can kind of see, well, you can tune in to see if the storyline continues. If do they see the Russians? Do the Russians catch them?
Okay, they definitely. Anyone who's listening to this knows that they do. Okay, like
I'm
come on.
trying to be polite, okay? I didn't ruin the whole plot
He's trying to
line.
not spoil it for you guys. However, we just want to say thank you guys for listening to this episode. Please give us a like, share it if you can.
A like.
Yeah, like and
Like and
subscribe.
subscribe, boys.
Of course, like and subscribe. Follow us on our Facebook page and our Twitter. Possibly an Instagram page that may be coming out.
I'm gonna make the Instagram page, guys. I promise.
He promises, but you know.
It's been a busy week.
All right, but this is Xavier.
This is Connor.
This is Morgan.
See you guys next episode.
Bye.